you would like to just sit either on your legs, knees. If that's too much, then just sitting cross-legged. If you have a block or a foam roller at home, then you can pop that under your butt just so you get a little bit more height. Otherwise, if you're on your knees, just hands are on your thighs, and we're just going to come into some neck mobility. So we're going to drop the head over to the left side, just taking some nice deep breaths. Then just dropping your head forward. So you're still on the left side, and you're just going to give yourself some nice big nods up and down. Don't mind the cat here. And then just coming back up to center. You're going to drop the head over to the right side. Nice deep breaths. And then dropping the chin forward, and the same on this side. So just going up and down, just releasing any tension in the neck. And just coming back up to center. We're going to drop the head forward, just stretching out the back of the neck. And then head comes up, drop the head all the way back. Nice deep breath. And then coming up back to center. Hands are going to come up, reach up to the sky, interlace the hands, and then just push the hands away from the body. And then you're going to release the hands, coming out into cactus arms, so 90-degree, squeezing the shoulder blades back. And then coming back up, hands come up. Nice deep breath in, and then on the exhale, arms come down, squeezing the shoulder blades. We'll do 2 more, coming up. On the exhale, release. Last one, inhale. And on the exhale, release all the way down. Please go away. Okay, right arm's going to come up, left hand is just on the ground next to you, and then we're going to reach over to the left side. So nice side stretch. And then coming up to center, we're going to swap sides. Right hand comes onto the ground, left arm comes over. And we'll go one on the other side. And last one, coming over to the right. And coming back to center. So just coming up onto all fours. You're going to put your feet together, and you're going to bring your knees wide, and we're just going to come down into child's pose. So feet together, knees wide, hands try and reach them as far away as possible, and using your hands to push your butt down. So you're trying to get your bum to your feet. So just taking some nice deep breaths. On the exhale, just try and sink a little bit further. Inhale to lengthen, and then on the exhale, just sink a little bit further down. And we're going to walk our hands over to the left side. Just taking a couple of breaths here. And coming back to center, over to the right side. And coming back to center. We'll come up onto all fours. So we're going to come into some cat-cow. So hands are just underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to drop the belly, head comes up on the inhale. And on the exhale, tuck the tummy and arching the back, pushing your hands through the ground. So you're really feeling that stretch in the back of your shoulders. And then on the inhale, drop the belly, head comes up. And on the exhale, pelvis tucks, tummy in, and dropping the head. We'll do 3 more. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, tuck the tummy in, push hands through the ground. Last one, inhale. And exhale. We're going to push back into child's pose again. So feet together, knees wide. Just come back into child's pose. Just take a few deep breaths here. And coming up. We're going to come into some lunges. So if we're going all fours here. We're going to bring our left foot forward up to meet our left hand. And then we're just going to sink down into this lunge. So bringing the right hip forward, sinking into the lunge. Right hand's going to plant on the ground. Left arm comes up into a nice twist. And coming back to center. You can tuck the back toe just for a bit of support. And then we're going to push back into our hamstring stretch. So trying to keep that front leg straight as possible. And just taking some nice deep breaths here. You can alternate moving your foot side to side, get a little bit extra stretch in the calves, in the hamstring. And then we're going to come forward. Okay, left foot goes back. We're going to swap sides. Right foot comes up to meet the right hand. And then we're going to sink down into that lunge, just like we did last time. So left hip comes forward, sinking into the lunge. Left hand plants on the ground, and then right arm comes up into a twist. And then coming forward. Tuck the toe at the back if you need to, and then pushing back into that hamstring stretch. So same thing on this side, if you want to move your foot around side to side. And then coming forward. Coming back to tabletop. So we're going to be in tabletop now. Left arm comes up, nice big stretch, and then we're going to bring the arm all the way down along the ground over to the other side, and you're going to be lying on the side of your head, so cheek, stretching out the shoulder. If you want a little bit more, your right hand can come up and twist over to your left thigh. If you've done that little bind, bringing that hand back, planting it on the ground, and then come up. We're going to twist, and then hand comes to meet on the ground. We're going to go the other side now. Right arm comes up, nice big stretch, and then weave it through over to the other side. Remembering to breathe throughout this whole practice. If you want to do the bind on this side, your left arm's going to come up, left hand's going to meet the right thigh. And if you're in the bind, bringing that hand back onto the ground, coming up for a nice last twist, and then meeting at the center. Okay, we're going to come up into our frog stretches. So we're going to go half frog stretch first. So left foot comes out nice and long. Right foot is pointing the other way. And if you have a cat, get the cat out of the way. Excuse me. And then you're going to either come down onto your elbows, or you can stay onto your hands, and you're going to push back. So hips move back. You should feel it all in the inner thigh there. If you can't, then you need to bring your knee further away and your foot further away. Pretty much like you're trying to pull your legs away from each other and then pushing your hips back. Just going to take a couple of deep breaths here. And slowly coming out of that one, we're going to swap sides. Right foot comes out nice and long. Left knee and left foot pointing this way. And then the same thing, so pulling the hips back. Breathing. You can come down onto your elbows if you want, otherwise just staying on the hands is fine. One more nice deep breath. And then slowly coming out of that one. You know where we're going. We're going to go into a full frog stretch now. So both knees come out, both feet are pointing out like you're a little frog. And you're going to try and get your knees as far away as possible. And then you're going to come down onto your elbows and pushing the hips back. So nice hip opener. Good to do every day, all day, whenever you remember to do it, just do it. I'm going to just take 3 more deep breaths. If you want more, once this video is finished, you can always do any of these stretches again. If you feel like you didn't get enough time on one, you can pause and stay here for another minute or so. Otherwise, we're going to come back up so you can fall forward or however you want to get out of that. And we're just going to come back into child's pose just to have a little break. Just let the legs rest. Take some nice deep breaths. And slowly coming up out of that one. We're going to come onto our back now. So just lying on our back, bringing the knees to the chest, and we're just going to give ourselves a hug and just roll side to side, massaging the back. I'm going to bring the left leg down onto the ground. Right knee stays up, so giving the right knee a big squeeze. And we're just going to do big nice circles with that right knee. So nice circles, just releasing any tension. And then we're going to go the other way. Big circles with the leg. Really? You're going to sit on my head now? And then with that right knee, you're going to go, sorry, right knee is going to go over to the left side for a nice deep back twist, looking over the right shoulder. So trying to keep that right shoulder down. If your right shoulder is coming off like this, then you need to come back, keeping the right shoulder down and then bring the left knee over. If your left knee doesn't touch the ground, then that's fine. You can just slowly with your breath try and bring it closer to the ground. And on your next inhale, coming back up to center, give that knee a last squeeze, and we're going to swap sides. So bringing the left knee up, squeezing the left knee, and then we're going to do big circles with that leg. And going the other way, the opposite way you've done. And we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, that left knee comes over to the right side for a deep back twist on the other side, keeping that left shoulder down. So on every exhale, you're going to try and get your knee to the ground. If your shoulder comes off, then just back off the pressure. One more deep breath. And on the inhale, coming back up to center. Okay, both knees are going to come back up to the chest. Give yourself a nice hug again. Okay, we're going to come into happy baby. So either grabbing your shins outside of your feet, big toe, or the inside, whatever's comfortable for you. You're going to try and push your feet down to the ground. So you're trying to get your thighs to the ground whilst your feet are trying to push away. So feet are trying to push your hands away and your hands are trying to push your feet down. And you can roll side to side if that's comfortable for you, or just staying still. And then we're going to alternate trying to stretch one leg at a time. So extend one leg and then alternate, extend the other leg. You might shake, that's fine. Just holding for a couple of seconds on each side. And then coming back to center. We'll come into, is the cut there? No, cut's gone. Just bringing your feet down onto the ground. Just bring them as, if you're on a yoga mat or something, just as wide as the mat. If you're not on a mat, then just a bit wider than your hips. So, yep. And then you're going to just drop your knees over to the right side. And then drop them over to the left. So just do a few more on each side, just in your own time, just dropping over to one side and over to the other. Okay, we're going to come into our glute stretch. So right foot comes over onto our left knee, and then you're going to reach through, either grabbing the back of your leg or your shin. So this one, I want you to try and bring your head up. So you're trying to reach your head to your foot, and you're trying to reach your foot to your head. So you're in like the tiniest ball you can be in. You're squeezing as much as you can, and then keep that pressure with your leg, and then just dropping the head. So your legs are as close to your chest as possible. And we're just going to take some deep breaths here. So trying to pull with your hands, pulling your leg towards your chest or your face. And slowly coming out of that one, we'll swap sides. So left foot comes onto the right knee. Same thing, so reaching through, trying to get your head up so you're in like the tiniest little ball. Bringing the leg as close as possible to your head, and then releasing the head back. So keeping that pressure with your hands to bring the legs close to you. And breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And slowly coming out of that one. Okay, we're going to roll up and down the back. And then come up all the way to seated. Not sure what I'm up to for time because I don't have a timer. So we're going to bring our feet together. Just coming into a butterfly stretch. Just shaking out the legs. And you're going to grab your feet and you're going to open your feet up like a book, because that's going to help your knees come down without having to put your elbows on your knees. So try and open your feet up like you're opening up a book. And then we're going to find length first. So trying to sit up nice and straight, shoulders back, and then we're going to come forward very slowly, as far as you can go with a straight back, and then you can bring your head down. If you are tight in the back, then this is where you have to breathe and just let your body know that it's okay. So you don't have to go as far as I am going. You can just slowly, on the in-breath, lengthen, on the out-breath, fold forward. And slowly come out of that one. Okay, we're going to bring our left leg out long ways, so not in front. I want it long out to the side. Right foot comes in. With your left hand, you're going to grab your right knee, and then we're going to reach over with our right arm. So instead of just going forward like this hand will stop you from falling forward, and you're actually getting that stretch here, which is what we want. So same thing, you might not get too far, but it's just about the breath. So breathing in to lengthen, and on the exhale, reaching. Inhale, and on the exhale, just trying to sink deeper into the stretch. It's a really good stretch if you sit down a lot, if you're at a desk, if you're watching Netflix too much, seeing we're in lockdown. And then slowly coming out of that one, we'll swap sides. Right leg comes out long, left foot in. So same thing, right hand over onto the left knee, and then left arm comes up and over. And remember to breathe. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to sink deeper into the stretch. Couple more breaths. And coming out of that one. Okay, feet, let's bring our legs out long in front of us. Left foot is going to come over onto the right side, and then we're going to come into a twist. So left arm comes up and over to the back, using that back, using your left hand to push so you're sitting up nice and straight, and then your right elbow is going to come over onto your left knee, and then we're going to twist over to the left side. So try and twist through the body first, not the neck, because that will hurt, just like that. So try and get that length with the back arm, and then twist with the body first, and then the neck last, or the head last, sorry. This is Yandi. And coming back, we'll swap sides. Right foot comes over onto the left side. Right arm comes up, over, and behind, using that arm to push yourself up so you're sitting up nice and straight. Get that length, and then left elbow comes onto the right knee, and then twisting from the body first, and then the head comes last. And slowly coming back to center. Just shake our legs out and